I'm Ben with the BTC Sessions, and this is your bullish bit, brought to you by CryptoCloaks.com, your one-stop shop for custom 3D printed Bitcoin merch. You can head to CryptoCloaks.com right now and use code BTC Sessions for 5% off.
Yeah, I have an idea about what makes people finally clue in. Back in after the financial crisis, central bank bailed out Wall Street, and the rest of the world was like, okay, we'll buy the debt, we'll buy the treasuries, we'll help out with this bailout because you're promising us that this is temporary. And the Federal Reserve kept on trying to unwind, and they kept on trying to do what they said they were going to do, the promise of making that temporary. And every time they tried to, panic appeared in the markets. And the biggest example of this was in 2018, the taper tantrum, when the Federal Reserve had to reverse course. And then we know that a year later, QE infinity started. And throughout that course of time, central banks around the world, they realized it's not temporary. The balance sheet will never get unwound. And they started selling treasuries on net for the first time ever. And now central banks around the world own less treasuries than the Federal Reserve does. Federal Reserve owns more treasuries than all central banks combined. And that's never been the case before. So central banks have already clued in and started de-dollarizing. What I think is the next tipping point is central banks, it's already happened to them. They've already crossed that tipping point, is in this tightening cycle where they're tapering the balance sheet right now. They're going to stop purchasing assets in March. They're going to try and raise interest rates 3 times next year. At some point, something's going to crash, something's going to break, a bank is going to become insolvent overnight, something's going to happen, and they're going to have to reverse course. They're going to print a couple trillion more dollars. They're going to bail out some more parts of the economy. They're going to do, all these things, and people are going to realize, hey, wait, you just printed $3 trillion and it made my cost of living go up by, 50% since you did that. And now you're printing another trillion, another 2 trillion. I thought you were trying to fight inflation. And now you're saying you're never going to fight it. You're just going to keep on doing what kept on causing more of it. And I think that's the tipping point.